guys, it's Luke here and welcome back to another video. Now we're joined today with this M240i, which is owned by my good friend Joel. Now you probably already know of Joel from his YouTube channel, but he's also featured on my channel quite a bit over the last few years. You probably already know him from his black Z4. He has now bought this M240i to go alongside it, which is super cool. And I'm super happy with the decision he's made because he stayed with BMW and he's also now a member of the M Light group. He's opted for an M240i rather than maybe an M235 or one of the ones, but I think it looks really, really nice in mineral grey, which is the colour I wanted for my M140i when I was looking for one. But he's also got some nice bronze wheels on it and a bright red interior. So what we're going to do is we're going to catch up with Joel in a moment. He's going to have a run around it for us before we go out, have a nice little drive and see how it's like on the road, because I've featured, I think, one M240i before, which was a stage 2 mapped one, and I think I need to do some persuading with Joel to get this thing straight piped and mapped as well, because they're just such animals when you modify them. So yeah, that's what we'll do. Run some B-roll, catch up with Joel and have a little whiz around it. Hello, mate.
Hello.
Hello. It's been a while. Oh, that was snap.
Did we both say it at the same time?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, that's nice, isn't
Congratulations on your new car.
Thanks so much. I'm really, can I just say before?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, it's filthy. It's absolutely filthy. I had a nightmare this morning, which I've explained to Luke. I was locked out of my house, running late, didn't have a chance to get it cleaned, otherwise I would have done. But yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's fine. You're forgiven, don't worry.
Thank you.
No, it looks really cool.
Probably not in the comments though.
Yeah, no, the comments comments will definitely pick you up on that. M240i.
Yeah.
You've done it.
I know.
So you're keeping the Z4.
Yes.
This is going up alongside it, which is pretty cool little garage you got going on there.
It is cool, yeah, and there's another addition as well that I want to bring as soon as possible. So
definitely. I'm liking your little matching plates as well.
Yes.
The OO plates.
Yeah, you see, I'm really not a private plate guy, but yeah, I just feel
why not? It's just cool, isn't it?
The Z4's got J22 OO, and then this obviously M24 OO, M240, and then it matches the Z4.
M240 ooh is what it should be called now. So mineral grey, which, like I said in the intro, is the colour which I originally wanted for my M140i. I just think it suits it so well, like properly stealth. Stick some like black accents or carbon fibre accents on it. It just looks so good.
I think these cars look pretty good in most colours, but for me, I really wanted a dark colour with red leather interior, because actually I prefer the colour of yours, but with red interior it wouldn't work. So,
yeah, like kind of Superman spec.
yeah, exactly. So I think red interior was the number one, and then dark colour just complements it nicely.
You can spy that there. We'll get a better shot of it in a minute, but bright red interior, leather as well, which is cool.
Yep.
So the car isn't completely stock, stock power obviously.
Stock power.
What is it that has exactly been done before you owned it?
Yeah, so I've only had the car a couple of weeks and I haven't done anything to it yet. So the previous owner, this is a 2-owner car, I think, not including me, but the guy I bought it off, he'd done a few things, namely the wheels, which are Bowler B11 wheels. They're 19 inches and they're in a matte bronze colour, I think it is, which on camera in particular, they don't look good at all. Also in person today, they don't look great because they're really dirty and quite cloudy. But they're kind of cool. They work with the red interior and the grey paintwork, in my opinion. And see how it goes for a few months and see if I want to change them. What else? So round the front, he's done black kidney grills.
Oh yeah, that's key.
And a black gloss black splitter at the front there, which I don't think adds too much personally. I will probably go a bit more aggressive with carbon fibre and stuff as time goes on, but time will tell.
Actually, that reminds me, the carbon fibre which you got on the rear spoiler, which is, is it like a CS style almost?
Well, yeah, I think it's just a pretty standard, carbon lip that you get for these cars.
It just suits it though on the coupes.
I agree, yeah, I think without it, it would look a bit bare. And I have to say, being totally honest, I think from the back, it kind of lets it down because there's just not much going on. If you look at an M2, it's just a bit more. So I think I will have to get some sort of aggressive rear diffuser for it as well at some point.
It's definitely the diffuser, because I had a similar kind of setup on my car, and it's just this bare panel. It just does nothing in those little pea shooters.
And it's also, you can't really tell because it's so dirty, but it's a different grey to this, and it actually looks worse on a car like yours, where it's blue, and then it's just a grey plastic.
Yeah, that's it. But stick a nice big diffuser on it and some different exhaust tips, and it'll look miles better.
That's it. And the only other thing is the wing mirrors are M2 or M4 style.
Oh yeah, see those are there.
And
Very nice.
the tyres, Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's, which is a bonus really, because that's
good
what I would
tyres.
have gone for myself anyway. So
lovely job. Well, it's something a little bit different for you actually, because you're pretty used to the Z4, obviously, car you've owned for ages.
I like old cars. I like old rattly.
Yeah, and this is an LCI model as well,
new.
so it's like 2018-ish kind of. So before OPF as well, which is
pre-OPF LCI.
That's you've hit the sweet spot there.
And it's I mean it's the newest thing I've ever bought, the most expensive thing I've ever bought.
Yeah.
Sorry about the interior's all a little bit dirty as well.
You've got Pro Nav as well, so I'm gonna have to get my trim removal tool out in a minute and nab that for mine.
The spec is good actually.
It is. It's a big spec.
I was saying in another video, it's got electric seats, which if you've ever looked at these cars on Auto Trader, I genuinely think there's about 1 in 100 of the 2 Series at least. I'm not sure about the 1 Series, but about 1 in 100 have the electric seats. I think it's just a stupendously expensive option.
And the heated steering wheel as well you got.
Heated wheel, Pro Nav, Harman Kardon, electric seats.
The lot.
I
love that adaptive, dramatic entrance there. No man, it's really cool. It's really cool.
I've been looking for 3 or 4 months pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And you know, it wasn't really finding anything. But this one came up, and the day it came up, I put a deposit on it. And
it just stands out, doesn't it? With the wheels and the interior, especially.
I think so. And when it's clean,
yeah.
it does look more.
No, it does look. It's the kind of car which looks cool when it's dirty as well.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, like my car, it was filthy the other week because I had that little Expedition with the tent on the roof.
Yes.
And it was absolutely filthy, and I hate my car being filthy, but it looked kind of cool.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
With a set of roof bars.
Used, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
It's not going to be a garage queen or anything. This is going to be used and ragged and played with a bit.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll have to talk
now
more
we
about
need to speak modifications, which I think we'll do inside, because obviously we've done a fair bit to my car, and I think that I can give you some good advice for some little bits really which you can do. So in fact, without further ado, I think we should do that actually. We'll start it up, and I'll start with the convincing with the exhaust, because I know it's pretty quiet.
Don't need to convince me on much on that. It's terrible.
And then we'll go for a good old hoon, because we're in some lovely British countryside at the moment. We've got some awesome roads around us, so I think we should go and explore and go and have a good drive.
Sounds good. Let's do it. Bit squeaky there.
We're away. Mate, it feels weird to be in stock seats.
Yeah, you've got. I haven't even seen yours yet.
Yeah, well, we're doing a video on yours channel. Yeah. It's also kind of weird because we both got identical keys.
Yes.
So that's a bit funny, but so you've had the car for what, 2 weeks?
What are we on now? So yeah, it's actually 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago today I picked it up, and only today am I revealing it on my channel.
Yeah,
so it's
of course.
Been
literally a couple of hours.
Quite tricky.
Yeah, that's it.
Keeping it a secret, but yeah, 2 weeks.
How are you finding it so far?
It's good. You know what? Being totally honest, I've driven a few of these. So I've been around yours a bit. I know what to expect with them, and they're just great.
Yeah.
Really fast, does it effortlessly, endlessly comfortable, quite understated. So many good things about them. For me, just lacking a little bit of character and excitement. Yeah. But I think that's how I feel at the moment. But with some modifications, that can be quite easily rectified.
Definitely. I mean, when I first got mine, because obviously that's probably. Oh, there we go. It's still talky even from standard.
It's not bad.
So, I mean, comparing it to my car, because very similar, obviously. As standard, it wasn't really much, and I've said that on my channel quite a bit. Like, they don't look anything special, they don't sound anything special. But when you do a few little subtle things like an exhaust or a low-line kit, it completely changes.
Yeah.
I mean, it still picks up ridiculously quick.
It is silly, isn't it?
It's a lot more comfy than mine, this one.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, it is stupid. I mean, it's nuts.
And they're such good value for money as well.
Yeah, they are. I mean, really, for what you pay for these, there's not really much that will sort of do everything as well as this does.
Exactly. I mean, rear-wheel drive for I don't know how much you paid, but for definitely way under 30 grand.
Way under 30, probably under 25 really for most cases. You can find a lot of things that sound better than these, a lot of things that are faster, but I don't think you'll find much that does everything sort of as well rounded.
Yeah, it's a good all rounder.
Very, very customizable, these.
Yes.
Which makes it great for someone like me.
Yeah.
Who has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, definitely. No, I think this is going to go down really well on your channel personally.
I hope so.
Because you've got a lot of BMW fans who watch you and follow you.
Yeah.
And I reckon quite a few of them may actually own some like similar cars, like something like this as well.
Yeah, true.
So I think a lot of people are going to find it relatable.
Yeah.
Especially from this channel as well, because a lot of people who follow me own 140s and 240s.
Of course.
So, without hesitation, go check out Joel's channel, because if you want to see more about the 2 Series side of things, then by all means, I'm going to convince him to do a lot of modifications to this.
And I will.
It definitely needs an exhaust, so we're definitely both in agreement with that.
Straight away. And I should have something lined up for that very soon.
Yeah, which would be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, even just opening up a bit, it just completely changes the characteristics of the car.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been finding out as I've kind of gone through the modification process with mine. Like, it sounded good stock, but it sounds awful when you compare it to what it does now, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yeah. The thing is, I've said in one of my videos, it sounds great when you're standing behind it.
Yeah.
When I'm sitting here driving it, I can't hear the exhaust.
And the thing with the 2 Series as well, compared to the 1 Series, is the exhaust is so much further back.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is this longer than yours?
Good question. You've just got a lot more boot.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a big car.
The rear seats and the boot are completely segregated.
Right.
Whereas the 1 Series, there is obviously a passenger shelf.
Yes.
Things like
yeah.
that,
True. That's a point, actually.
It just kind of muffles it a little bit more, I think. But it's a cool car. It's a really cool car, and the interior actually, it works. It really works with this spec. And obviously, I spy the heated. Oh, you've got the heated steering wheel on.
I have. Of course I do.
That's
my wheel.
Ooh.
It's a nice rim, isn't it? I was going to say, all I see on your channel, Luke, is the comments about you should get the ProNav retrofitted.
Yeah.
But I've already got it.
You have, yeah. So
Along with
you're going to
everything
avoid those comments.
Oh, yeah. So I thought about this.
Well, you're not going to have that by the end of the video. It's going to be a mug.
You're going to jack it off.
No, it's a well-spec car. I think that's one thing which I almost regret about mine, is internally, like inside the car, it's not that great a spec.
Right. I think I was, I guess I wasn't in a rush to get, well, I was in a rush to get something, but I was just, because, you know, it's a big investment. And I was just going to wait until the right thing came up. I'm really stubborn.
Yeah.
So I just did hold off, and then, like I say, all of a sudden this came up and I was on it.
Yeah, straight away.
Straight away.
Well, it's good that you knew exactly what you wanted.
Yeah.
And obviously when a car like this comes up, then you know exactly that it's going to be right.
To bloody well go and get it, haven't
you?
Yes,
good sir. So I obviously know that, obviously with having a YouTube channel, you don't want to give away your plans, but there's definitely plans in place, right?
Yeah, there's plans in place. I think, as we've mentioned a few times, exhaust number one. That's a priority. So that something will definitely be happening there. Nothing's confirmed, but I would definitely like to up the power on this.
Yeah.
And go actually quite crazy with it, because
I like that plan.
This is not a car that I need, and it is mine, so I can sort of do what I want to it, and I would quite like to go quite crazy with it.
Yeah, well, definitely.
And cosmetically, the wheel, I think wheels like yours might actually look better, so potentially I'll change them. There's some issues with them being a bit big anyway, so they might have to come off nonetheless. And
because they're 19s, aren't they?
They are, they're 19s, and here we go, on a roundabout, listen to this, right?
Oh, you get that knocking?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's not nice
I don't know if
noise.
these guys could hear it, but
yeah, I'm sure they could.
It's just really not good.
And it's only on that corner. It's only on the
this
outside front.
Doesn't, I mean, you don't go round roundabouts left, so maybe it would do it. But
well, you can if you're really drunk.
But yeah, so actually I'm taking it to a chap on Monday to get it on a ramp and just check there's nothing actually been really damaged there.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's not ideal.
It's probably to do with the wheels being bigger. Maybe if you
offset, I think,
stick some nice big spaces on there, it will make it further away.
It's hopefully going to Motec in a couple of weeks to get the stance
good guys up there. Oh yeah, stance plus.
But that might get rid of the knocking if it brings the wheel out far enough.
True. Yeah.
And then in terms of modifications, the other thing will just be sort of cosmetic carbon bits, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
And a few other things as well, which I won't mention. But yeah.
The thing is, what I've found at least, and I know you're going to find it as well, is you're going to get very carried away with the modifications, definitely.
Do you think?
It's such like an easy car or platform to modify.
Okay.
And you'll find that you do one thing and it will make a massive difference, which will then lead you to do another thing, which will make another massive difference. Like lowering it.
Addiction.
Yeah. Like if you lower it and put some spaces on it, the car will look completely different. Put some like a low line kit in it, it'll make it look even more mental and lower, obviously. It's just, it's hard to explain, but those M-Lite owners will understand this. Like, it's just such a good platform to modify.
Yes.
Especially the engine as well. I mean, you know how tunable it is.
You know what, as well? I mean, it's not about this, but this video's not about this. But I could have gone for an M2.
Yeah.
If I'd spent a bit more money, I could have got a really ropey M2 for the price I paid for this. But I could have afforded an M2. And I mean, one, I didn't want to spend that much money. But two, these are actually just more customizable than an M2. And in a straight line, these are about the same stock M2, as an M2. So.
I would personally have a modified M140 or M240 than an M2 personally.
Really? Yeah.
I mean, little intel for you guys watching. After my initial plan was to keep the 140 for a little bit, do a few things to it, and then go up to an M2.
Yeah.
But with the stuff I've done to mine now, I feel it's just pointless.
You would get in an M2 and be bored.
Yeah.
And there's just not as much. I mean, there's a whole thing with it being an M car is you don't want to modify it as much because it's already set up to be quite. But
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, they look a lot better. I mean, the wide arches on the back, just the way that it
100%.
sits is nice. But it's just something about an M-Lite, once modified and kind of tinkered with, it's just so good, almost unbeatable.
Absolutely.
And that's massively biased coming from two M-Lite owners.
Yeah.
But it really is. They're just such good cars. I'm glad that you've gone for one because, yeah, you'll find out that they're just so good.
Fantastic. I can't wait.
And we need to organise a road trip, I think, into Germany.
Yeah, mate.
Because I need to take my car to the Nürburgring. I really need to do that. And you were there fairly recently, right?
I was there a couple of weeks ago, yeah, and took the Z4.
Yeah.
That's the last stuff that's on my channel at the moment.
Yeah, that's true.
Amazing fun. If anyone's watching this who hasn't done it, they have to. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. Even if you're driving a Corsa B, you could have an absolute laugh. And in hindsight, when I had my Corsa B, I would have taken it.
I mean, it's just the atmosphere is what I have it, because I haven't been there. I
Honestly,
really need to go.
The way I can explain it to someone who's not been, it's like driving around in Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
Just everywhere you look, convoys of cars, different types of cars, people taking photos.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
so good.
Brilliant. Well, I think that's probably going to wrap things up for me today. A fairly simple video, but I couldn't not seek this opportunity to have Joel back on the channel with his new car, the M240i, and definitely, I think once you've done a few more bits to it, then we definitely need to get it back on, because once it's running a hybrid turbo and 1,000 horsepower, then yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think 900. Not
900. Okay, yeah, not too crazy. No, but congratulations once again.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
It's an awesome new addition, because of course it's not replacing the Z4.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure as you'll find out as you start to tinker with it, it's a car which you're not going to regret buying, definitely.
Excellent.
So if any of you guys want to go and check out more of the 2 Series side of things, then by all means, go check out Joel's channel. There'll be information and links down in the description and down below.
Thanks a lot.
But for me, that is it. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, please make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe for all the adventures still to come.